Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here. And well, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I was told it was wrong. Oh well. I also got told that I must have ripped off 2 pages at once because the one I held up for yesterday was Friday. So heaven knows how that happened. But in a way I'm glad because it means I get another day of double Grogu's. Yay! Silly me. I just must have had 2 in my hand at once sometime. Okay, let's see if we've got a funny, shall we? You know you're old when is the subject. And it is. You know you're old when you have a party and the neighbours don't even realise. They didn't realise mine. They would definitely realise mine. I've got some pretty serious speakers, man. I know it wasn't really very cool, was it? It sounded cooler in my head. Anyway, hello. What a wonderful day it has been. Beautiful sunshine. Didn't start out that way, but it's ended up that way. And I persuaded Fluffy to go out. My cat has become very strange. Again. You know, a little while ago, it was freezing cold. I couldn't stop her going out. Now, I can't make her go out. She's sitting there on the decking where she can see in the house. And every time she sees me, it's like, open the door. Come on, open the door. But it's really nice out. So I'm like, no, you're going to have a bit of fun in the sun. But she's really not playing. And yet, you know, come a storm, she'll be like, let me out. Seriously, she has gone a little bit funny. But I've done lots of washing. I've been really domesticated today. I've done about 3 loads. My actual washing bin is empty. And it hasn't been empty, well, for a very, very, very long time. I don't think it's ever, since I've been living here, been empty. But it is, finally. I can see the bottom of it. It's weird, you know. I think it's got about a pair of socks and a pair of knickers in there that I took off last night and forgot to put in. And that's it. That's all that's in there. It's like the rest I can just see the bottom. It's incredible. And today we're going to have some lamb steaks and salad. So I cut it all up ready. Gary came home and I said, are you hungry? And he said, no. Not again. But you see, he takes something quite sizable to work, whereas I just had this little tiny, well, it was supposed to be lunch, but I had it for brunch, so I didn't even have breakfast. And it was just a little bit of chicken Alfredo that I made the other day. And there's no noodles in it at all. It's just the chicken and the creamy sauce. But it's got so much chicken in it, you don't need the noodles. So, or cheesy creamy sauce. It's very yummy. A lot of garlic in it though. Definitely wouldn't get any vampires coming near me at the moment, that's for sure. So I've been getting on really well with my blanket. It's now about kind of that big. I had to frog a bit back, I know. I hate frogging, as I've said before. And it did hurt a bit. But I kind of went a little bit wrong and I found my end suddenly went, ooh, like that. And I realised I'd done a back post, front post stitch. I get mixed up. Front post stitch where I shouldn't have. And I'd created an extra bit. So I'd frogged it all the way back. And flutterby is not the easiest thing to frog. But I've found if you're frogging flutterby or any chenille, the best thing is to pull it upwards like that and it just releases it. You pull it sideways, it can double down and get all those fibres stuck in, but you pull the yarn upwards and it just releases it, no problem at all. So I've now got all of, you know, and I've done more besides than when I frogged back, so I'm further along now and I'm on my second white chunk. So once I've done it, I will do a tutorial because somebody asked me if I would, and yes I will. It's not a stitch I invented or anything, but very few are. Apart from the Crochet Rock stitch and the Rocky Road stitch, I invented those. But, you know, other people have probably invented them with other names. Just saying. But cheers. Look, I've got my lovely cup that Angel sent to me. I don't know about you, but for me that went grey and then back to pink again, which is a bit strange. So, amazingly, I thought the other day when I did my giveaway, it was a 14.5k giveaway, and or 15.5k giveaway. I don't know. I'm losing count. And I'd done the thumbnail ready, and then when I went to do it, I looked and I thought, hang on a minute, it's 16k now. You know, maybe you got mistaken and you've already done that one and this was a 16k. But what happened was I bypassed it because I just suddenly went straight up 1,000, and I managed to miss doing that one. So yeah, if I get the opportunity, I will do a 16.5, but I just don't know that I will, because by the time I get to Sunday, he'll probably go by it. I don't know. Let me see. Should we see where we're at now? I'm loving this, I tell you. It's absolutely fabulous. So, 16,318. So I'm almost there now. Incredible, isn't it? It is. It is incredible. You see, I said that it had freed me up to do stuff on the channel, doing my blog in the afternoon. Apart from getting my days in a muddle with the calendar, it's really worked out very well, because I now have those opportunities to make videos and do content like the tutorials. That's the word I'm looking for. So I was going to do the chemo beanie, but I didn't get round to that today because I had lots of things. I had a massive phone call, which took a long time, and Gary messaged me and he said, what have you been up to today? So I give him a big long list. But I did make another video anyway, even though I didn't do that one. I'm still hoping that Jane gets the beanies. She still hasn't received my beanies. I really wish I'd sent it with a tracking number like I do the orders, but for some reason I just thought, this is a gift, I don't need to do that. And now I wish I had, because it's somewhere, but who knows where. I know if I see the postman wearing a chemo beanie. Oh, well, he might wear Jim's. But yeah, so anyway, where was I? Yes, I didn't get to do that today, but plenty of time. Plenty of time. Yeah, see, I was a bit yesterday, I have to say. At one point of the day, I just suddenly felt like a bit lonely and a bit bored. But it wasn't very long before Gary came home, but I suddenly thought, you know, whereas I was usually really mega busy trying to chase my tail, you know, like dogs do, trying to keep up with myself, now everything is so organised that it's like, ooh, try and find something to do. I find it so hard to just relax, you know. Gone are the days where I used to sit and think, oh, do you know, I might watch a bit of TV, you know, put feet up, cup of tea, watch a bit of telly. I can't seem to do it anymore unless I've got crocheting in my hands, which I did earlier. I did a bit more of my blanket, but it's weird, really. There's two things that I've lost. The ability to relax myself and just sit down and do nothing, and the ability to shop till I drop. I can't do either of them anymore. I've actually better than I was, because, you know, when we had all the pandemic business, I lost the shopping thing, and it took me a very long time to get that back. Well, now, if I were to go over, say, for instance, Ashford Outlet, I could really do some damage in Kirk Geiger and a few other shops over there. So I've kind of learnt again to actually shop, but not the way I used to, you know. And I don't really do it very often anymore. Bizarrely, don't do it very often. Maybe I said to Gary the other day, funny enough, we were talking about it, and I said, you know, the old me would have said, let's go shopping. I said, but you know, the way I'm looking at it is I've got so many clothes I need to get back into that I don't really want to go buying more. The only other thing is buying footwear and yarn, and I think I've been doing a lot of that lately, so time to stop for a little bit. Well, I was out in the yarn van earlier packing some orders up and making lots more room, which is good. The only thing is it's not making room for my yarn. It's making room for shop yarn, which is great. And I did put in an order for those, and I've not heard any more. Let me just check my email for a second, because I keep expecting it to say your order's been dispatched, but it doesn't. It said, you know, thanks for your order, been received, but that's all she wrote, or he wrote, because his name is Mark. But yeah, Siri was trying to do something then. Oh no, he's opened LinkedIn. What a kerfuffle, honestly. I love that word, a kerfuffle. I've dropped my neck light. I'm trying not to tread on it. Oh, get over there. That's it. So if the weather carries on like this, which I doubt, I might do some out and abouts, you know. I haven't done an out and about for a while. And, you know, done a beach walk or a woods or something like that. So, yeah, if it carries on, I might do that. Although, over on Rocksteady, there are rather a lot already. And Gary said, won't they all be the same? And this is the same beach as I showed you before. Shut up, Gaz, I said. But no, we can always go further afield. Let me turn my fan off. I've cooled down. Although I turned it off, it didn't go off. It's a very disobedient plug. I've noticed that sometimes, that in this house, you turn off a plug and it doesn't turn off. It stays on. I don't get it, because it is a plug board thing, so it should have worked. But so, you know, it just doesn't. It's just weird, really, the way those things don't work. I don't know. So I ordered another car lead today, because I had an aux out lead, which you could plug in your phone and play Spotify. Because my car, well, it could have had Bluetooth for your music, but Jamie bought the car originally, and when he did, he didn't want that. He just said, oh, all I want is to be able to Bluetooth so it tells me my messages and phone calls. So I thought, well, I don't have the music, which I had in the previous car. So I bought a lead, so you can plug it in your phone and so you play your Spotify for it. Well, it's been getting more and more temperamental every time I plug it in. And it finally, you kind of have to hold it a certain way or it won't work at all. And so I ordered a new one. And I'm hoping it works, because a couple of times in the past I ordered them and they didn't work. But I got this one off Amazon, so at least I've got some comeback if it doesn't. Now, I'm going to place an order for some yarn, but I don't know whether to do the Robin paint box, because they've got some beautiful new colours for summer and spring, or whether to do another yarn, or to get some more hand dyed. So I'm kind of all in. I don't want to get them all. That's what I hate about wholesalers, is that you have to have such a big order. You can't say, well, I'll have a few bits of that, I'll go there and get a few bits of that. It's got to be a big order. So, you know, it's one or the other, not so much a bit of this and a bit of that. I did used to have one wholesaler that did lots and lots of brands. Now, they were slightly more expensive than going to the brand of it, you know, that actually was that brand, because obviously they had to make some money. But at least they did about 6 or 7 brands. So you could order just a little bit of this, just a little bit of whatever, but they didn't stock all the brands, just a few, the main ones. But it was such a good idea, but they went under. And I guess they went under because when times got hard, people didn't want to pay a little bit extra for the yarn. So they went to the actual manufacturers, or not at all. You know, maybe they didn't even do that. Perhaps they just sat back, sold what they had. I don't know. But sadly, it went under, which was it was a shame, because I quite liked them. I used to get was jig puzzles and a few other things from them as well. So that was sad. But you know, you move on, you get new suppliers and stuff like that, which is no biggie really. I still would love to find one where I can get Lion brand, because I love the mandalas. I really love the mandalas, and I can't get them. And I know there are other shops that do sell them, but the only thing I can imagine is that they're such big shops that they can afford to buy a massive order direct from them. That's the only way, because I have searched and searched and searched, and I can't find anyone in this country where I can get it, which is a big old... Hang on, I don't have to do that manually. That's what it is. Or I might get the button wrong. Hang on. It might be a big... That worked, didn't it? Shh. Is it ever going to stop? I think it is. I think I broke it. Hello? Shh. Oh my God, hang on a minute. Well, that, at least that one shut that up. Oh my. Which is the one I wanted then? Not that one. No, that. Hang on, maybe it's upside down. Well, it's almost the one. Hang on. I'll get there in a minute. That's the cat. Maybe I should do that Fluffy. Oh, where are you? I'm determined to find it now. There it is. Sorry. Took me forever to find it. Oh, Lord, I don't know. I did a derma roll this morning. I did. I thought, you know, I haven't got to worry about people seeing me early. I'll do it. So I spent most of the day blotchy. So I thought I was going to do a live stream, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do a blotchy live stream. So I didn't do it. But I could have done. But I didn't. I did do my blanket instead, you know, got a bit further on with that. Did a bit of frogging, which, you know, not really keen on, but you know, had to be done. I can bodge some things, but not suddenly an extra bit coming out. See, it happens to us all. It doesn't matter how long you've been crocheting. It doesn't matter if you're new or you've been doing it since you were 6 years old, like me. You can still foof up. You know, make a foof up. Yes, you can. Cheers, my dears. I'm going to have a slurp of my biscuit tea. Oh, that is good. And it's getting a bit cold. It's drinkable now, but if I leave it any longer, it will be cold. So I will be back, because you know I can't glug it in front of you. Oh, I'm back. And I took the opportunity to go get it. So this is for how far I've got now. So I've got my second little striping going on. So it will be, again, this amount, and then I'll do the stripes. And that way it's broke it up a little bit. But oh, it's so soft. I absolutely love James C. Brett Flutterby. Beautiful yarn, absolutely. One of the, well, I'd say the loveliest of all the chenilles as far as I'm concerned. I know that Yummy is nice as well by King Cole, but it's a bit thicker, which is okay if you want it a bit more sturdy, or you're going to use a bigger hook. But to me, that one is just, that's the first one that I kind of got into, and I really love it. So. And that's, I don't know how big it will be. I suppose that's I'd say a third of it, or maybe just under a third. I won't say a quarter because that would be really, really tall then, but I've got enough yarn. We'll see. And I'll do a nice little border around it, and then I'll do the tutorial for it. So, what else have I got to tell you? Let me think. Today, which is tomorrow for me, but today for you. I need to stop doing that, don't I? You will get an Open With Me book club pop-up, and there's a little thing about that book. There's one at a very special price. So if anybody wanted it, you need to be the first. And you'll see when you watch it. But that was a quite an interesting little book, actually. Well, it's almost weekend again. Can you believe it? It just flies by, doesn't it? It does just fly by. So, I've been asked a few questions about my stacked single crochet, stacked double crochet, whatever you want to call it, if you're pond, not pond, you know, basically. So I did in my last video do the granny square, and then at the end show you how you convert it to other stitches. But to be honest with you, with the James C. Brett yarn being so fat, I just go in and do like no chain. But when I'm doing it with yarn that's like thin yarn, or I will do a chain and cinch it right down so it's so small, just to finish that, and there's no pulling it through anymore, you know, like it doesn't get tighter. It is this, do you know what I mean? It's finished off. So I'll get to the end of that row, and I'll instead of chaining up or doing my stacked single crochet, stacked double crochet or whatever, I will do a chain, cinch it right down, and then I'll do my stitch. Because otherwise I find that if you haven't done that chain and cinched it right down, then that last stitch of the previous row pulls back some of the yarn, I feel, and it can make it smaller stitch, which I don't want. I want it to be even and the same size as the others, and not harder to get your hook into when you come back the other way. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But if anybody wanted me to do any other little tutorials about it, or, you know, expanding upon it in any way, just let me know. Just let me know. There's a phone under there, just suddenly sprung to life. I'm going to get off now, upload this, go do the salad. We have, I did ask Gary if he fancied pheasant steak, because we had some little, they're only thin, they're kind of been from a butcher's, they're covered, they've got paprika stuff on, and they've been bashed flat. They're very, very nice. And I thought he might want those with the lamb, and then we'd have salad with it, but he said he'd have them another day. So I don't think our dinner will be that big today. But it's quite surprising how less of an appetite you get with low carb. Having said that, I was ravenous yesterday. I was hungry last night, and I ended up having some kebab meat. And then this morning I was really, really hungry, even though I decided I'm not going to give in to it. I'm not going to have a big breakfast or anything. And I didn't have one at all. It's amazing, really, that after a while your body just forgets it, and you know, you can get on. And it's not like when you're doing a low fat diet, the hunger kills. It's sort of like, oh, I can't cope, I need to eat, I've got to have something. But with this sort of low carb, I find that you might be hungry, but it's every now and then your body says, oh, a bit hungry, and then it quickly just forgets about it, which is call me old fashioned, I like it that way. Anyway, I'm, as I say, going to get off and upload this one, and I will see you on the next one tomorrow. And don't forget to watch out for the Open With Me. And yeah, then it's back to weekend winners videos and new giveaways. Wow, I can't believe it comes around so quick. Take care, everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Oh, there was something I was going to tell you. What was it? Every time I get off, I think, oh, you should have said it. Hang on a minute. No, it's no good. I cannot remember this time round. I'm going to have to start writing them down, aren't I, really? Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everyone.